everyone, I'm Zuzu. 안녕하세요 여러분, 저는 쭈쭈입니다. And in today's video, I wanted to do a DIY. In this video, I'll be making 4 SK-Zoo characters, but you can use this technique for BT21 as well. The only things that you need for this tutorial is some fleece fabric that I made these of, and then black and white felt, like very thin felt. I made the eyes of it, and some needle, a thread, and fabric scissors, and pillow filling, and that's all you need for this tutorial. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do, because it will help me so much more to make content like this. And with that, let's start this tutorial. First, you need to cut out your favorite character from your BT21 or SK-Zoo or whatever you want to make, and then we pin it down on our fabric, and then we cut it alongside the pattern. We don't need to add seam allowance because we're not going to use the sewing machine. And once you've cut it and you've taken your pattern off, you can always trim it a little bit more if it needs to, but you don't have to. And then we need to cut out all the facial elements of the character. So here you can see I'm cutting out the ears, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. And then it's time to cut those shapes out of the fabric with a similar color or the same color. It might be a challenge to cut out such small elements, but if you just have patience and you know, if something doesn't look as good, you can always cut it out again, and then just keep doing it until you have all the elements that you need and you're happy with it. And once you have all of your elements, it's time to put them in place. You can use your template if you want to, or just do it by eye. Here you can see me cut the teeth and the white part of the eye. And immediately as I put them on the face, you can see that the face is really coming to life. It's so fun. And then I cut very small strips of the black fabric and put them above the eyes as eyebrows. And then it's time to make his hairline or something. So I just cut a very small strip of a lighter fabric, and then I just decide how long I want it to be and the curves and things like that. And once everything is done, it's time to glue it in place. I'm using a glue for textiles, but honestly you can use any glue that will glue fabric to fabric. The only thing with textile glue is that you have to make sure the glue will stay when you wash it. Actually, the glue that I'm using right here doesn't, which means that I cannot wash these plushies because the glue will dissolve and everything will just come apart. If you don't want this, you can use another glue, or what I actually prefer, but I'm not doing this in this video because otherwise this video would be a lot longer. But what you can do is glue them into place with textile glue, and then you sew them on the fabric so that they're just like really tight and they will not go anywhere if you sew them. But it's very time consuming, and if you're not very confident with sewing, then glue is a very good other option. And then it's time for the actual sewing part. I'm going to show you how I make a knot for the beginning and end of sewing by hand. So I put a needle through the fabric and I keep a finger on the remaining thread so it won't go anywhere. And then I bring the needle back in to create a hoop of some sort. And then I put back the needle through the fabric. I turn the hoop 3 times around the needle and then I pull the needle through and pulling it tightly. This will make a knot. And as you can see, it's not budging anywhere. And I use this technique when I start for my hand sewing, but also at the end of the hand sewing for this video. As for the stitching, I'm using a very simple stitching. Anyone can do this. And it's actually possible to do the stitching because the fabric is a little bit fluffy and it will hide the seam and the stitching. But if you're using a regular kind of fabric, I would not recommend doing this stitching. But what we're gonna do is we pull the needle through and then we just go to the other side and pull the needle through again. And we just repeat this step over and over until we've reached the end. As you can see, the fluff really hides the thread and also the seam. So that's what I'm using in this video. Now let's get back to our characters from SK Zoo. So as you can see here, I am sewing it the way I've shown you before. And I just make sure I went all around, but I leave a small hole open and we'll put some stuffing in it. So I'm just using regular pillow stuffing. And yeah, just put it in, make sure that it's all around. And once you're happy with that, it's time to close the hole again, the same way I've showed you before. And there it is. Ta-da! It's all done. And now it's time to make the 3 other SK Zoo animals that I wanted to make for this video. Everything is just done in the same way. I'm not doing anything new. So this is just another speed run. So I really hope you guys liked watching this, but honestly, this technique, you can also use it to make BT21 characters or any other character that you just want to make. So yeah, let's just finish this speed run and then I will show you my BT21 characters at the end. And yeah, I really hope this video will help you to make your own, but please don't use this tutorial to make your own and sell them, because actually fan art is kind of illegal to sell. I don't want to say that I'm completely against fan art merchandise, because there are just so many talented people out there who make merchandise that I could, you know, spend all my money on. But I really want to kind of tell you that it is illegal to do things like that unless you've got a license from whatever it is that you want to make. So for example, if I want to sell like BT21 plushies, then I should get a license from Big Hit Entertainment. Otherwise it is completely illegal because I'm using their designs and make money off it. That being said, if you make them for yourself or for your friend or your family, or you give them away for free, it is completely okay. It's just when you start making money and profit that things start to become illegal. So I just really want to ask you guys not to use this tutorial to do illegal things with it. So yeah, I hope you guys understand. So yeah, as you can see, you can also make BT21 characters with this tutorial. I made them the exact same way as I made the SK Zoo characters. So it is perfect to make whatever character you want. And I really hope you liked this tutorial. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos, then don't forget to subscribe. And also let me know what kind of videos you would like to see on my channel, and maybe I'll do it. So that was the video for today, and I will see you all in the next video. Okay, bye bye!